It depends. I don't know. It depends who you're listening to, I guess. I mean, the one thing I always fall back on is because, and you'll hear managers kind of talk about their philosophy and the way they want to play. I've always relied on people who watch my teams. That's where you'll get your best information, because it's easy for me to say I want my teams to score goals and I want my teams to play a certain way, but that's where, I spoke about my father, and that he was my critic. He's the only person I've ever listened to my whole life, and he was never happy. So I could win things, and he'd say, "No, you could play more attacking." And I don't think there's. I mean, hopefully, you guys will get to know me over the next sort of period of time in terms of the kind of person I am. But I have really strong values on not just about football, but in life in general. All those values are deeply rooted in the values my father passed on to me. We were immigrants to another land. We didn't know the language. We didn't know a soul. And yet somehow my father managed to forge a life and an opportunity for me that 55 years later I'm halfway around the world living my dream. That's the person I am, and that'll never change. And you may hear various reports. They say I come across as fairly grumpy at times and not very sociable. I'll be fair, I'm not the most sociable person. I tend to be pretty quiet, not say too much, but there are some things that will always ring true about me, and that is that there are certain things that I believe in that will never waver. As I said, right now I'm manager of this football club, and everything I will do in actions and in words will be to protect this football club and to uphold its values, its traditions, and hopefully, as I said, bring some special moments that you guys, I'm sure you're all many generations supporters. You're not supporters of the last 2-3 years, that I'm hoping you pass on to your kids and talk about the time that I was here. So that's who I am. My wife will tell you I'm pretty simple, one-dimensional. I'll watch football day and night. I've got 2 young kids that drive me nuts. So from that point of view, there's nothing too mysterious about me.